Hi, I'm Peter from Coffee Parts, and today we're looking at a cult classic, the Olympia Cremina. The Olympia Cremina. Now, this machine has become a cult classic, and even the New York Times has voted this the best espresso machine in the world. And when you look at it, it's kind of hard to understand why. A small little metal box, super expensive, yet voted one of the best espresso machines in the world. Now personally, I'm a little bit biased. I've had a Cremina for a very long time. I currently have a 1967 machine from the original production one when they were first made. I've actually done a video on that machine that dives into that machine and its history a little bit more that you can watch. But before we dive into the specs of this machine, let's just make a coffee and see it in action. We flushed the group head through twice just to normalize that temperature and preloaded the portafilter with 14 grams of coffee. Now it is a little bit fine, the coffee, so it's going to take a little while to pre-infuse, and we're a little bit at a weird angle, but it'll work out. What we're doing now is a direct lever system, so when we lift it up, it allows water to pre-infuse, and when we bring the lever down, it's going to push through. Generally over 6 bars, the machine does want to tip forward a little bit, so we're just going to hold the portafilter, and because we have ground quite fine, it will go over 6 bars. Just bringing that portafilter down. And it is a little bit of a weird angle from this side. There's something magical about operating a lever. So they're dead quiet apart from the water and the heat girdling. With the coffee, the crema is really thick and beautiful. And really the only way to describe it is a lever coffee. If you've had coffee from a lever machine, you know what I mean. It's a very sweet, beautiful coffee. So the Cremina is a direct lever machine. What that means is, when you lift it up, it fills the chamber with water and basically pre-infuses the ground coffee. And then when you pull down that lever, it pushes that water through the coffee. Basically what a modern machine does with a pump, but you're doing it with a lever. That being said, the machine is super quiet because there is no pump. You fill the water directly into the reservoir tank, so there is no water reservoir, and you make coffee. The only sound it makes is the water heating up. It's got this girdle that's just really well known of a lever machine. Having no reservoir means that when you are filling the boiler, you do have to have the machine depressurize. One way to do it is just turn the machine off, open the steam valve, let the pressure out, and then open the cap and fill it with water. If the machine is hot and you wanted to do that, another way to do it is to actually fill your milk jug with water, turn the machine off, steam the milk jug. So what you're doing is depressurizing the machine while heating up the water at the same time, then using that water to fill up directly into the boiler. Once full, turning it back on, and because the water hasn't gone in cold, it should be quicker to warm up. Now, because they are a small boiler, they are very quick to warm up, and it's a very easy machine to use. And for a little machine, the steam capacity on it really is awesome. The value of the Cremina is not only on the espresso shot it makes, but the manufacturing. When you do open it up, everything is beautifully put together. It really is a statement piece. The welding is one of a kind. And up until recently, the Olympia factory was family owned, and it had been the same family or generations of making the machines, and they had a very small production capacity. At one stage, they were only building 2 machines a week. So they really are unique, rare, small, obviously very expensive, brutalist, minimalist little machines. Now, they are beautiful and they do have some drawbacks, all of which can be mitigated. Because they are such a small machine, if you are grinding fine and pulling the lever at will be a higher pressure, the machine does want to tip forward a little bit. But because it is cool on the bottom, you can just hold it down. And because it is cool compared to some other levers that have quite a lot of heat on the bottom, you can use things like an Acaia scale. There are mods you can get, little things like gauges here to know what the pressure is doing at the group head, temperature strips to know what the temperature is doing at the group head. Because that's one thing, the group head does tend to run hot, and you do have to flush it with a bit of water before making your espresso. but all in all, it's a really beautiful experience making coffee. Now, we've mentioned that I have a 67 model that I've had for about 12 years, and I pulled that out of storage to do a video on it earlier. We also did a video of the 67 against this 2011 machine to know what the differences are or what the evolution has been since 67 and circa 2011 models. Let me know in the comments below, which lever machine do you have? Which lever machine do you want? And like always, if this video has brought you value, hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Thank you and see you in the next video.